Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. In this video, we are going to have a revision session for language skills section. So, out of the three sections asked on NMAT, this is the section which is generally a good scoring section. Okay, so most of the aspirants tend to score well on this section because you have sufficient time. Like, although the time given is less, 28 minutes, but most of the questions do not take much time. So let's say in reasoning, you might get stuck in reading the critical reasoning questions or solving some puzzles. In quant, it might take time for you to calculate things, but in ls it is that how fast you can solve questions, because most of the questions are like vocab based, or except rcs, other questions are quite short, like fill in the blanks. Parajumbles will take time, and others like prepositions, spotting the error, these questions generally take less time. So in this video we are going to revise some of these important topics. So please do attend this class, and I hope you will enjoy this. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for wonderful content on MBA exam preparation. So when we talk about the LS section, language skills, it is called. Okay, unlike verbal ability in most of the examinations, you will find reading comprehension. Basically, 2 to 3 RCs will be asked into four, so that means you can expect 8 to 12 questions. Okay, parajumbles you have like 4 to 5 questions. Same goes for prepositions. Analogy also you will get around 4 5. So 4 to 6, 4 to 5. The count keeps changing. Some paper might have four, some might have six. Right. So these are the remaining topics that you get. Like you can expect like all these can be from 4 to 6 questions. So out of those 36 questions, you have these primarily. These are the topics that will be tested. Okay, now reading comprehension. Okay, so they are moderate level, not so difficult like you have in cat, wherein you have difficult inference based questions, lengthy passages. That won't be the case here. Okay, usually the passage will be around 350, 400 words. Okay, questions will be doable, not so difficult. Parajumbles is something which might take time. Prepositions, we already uploaded one video also on it. So if you have watched this, like if you watch that parajumbles, the prepositions video, it will help you, because there are certain rules about prepositions in which we have described the different rules, and it is a must do question, because preposition specific question you do not get in any other examination. Okay, and analogy based, this is purely vocab. Okay, so this is something which requires long time to build. अगर आप सोचो last के कुछ समय में हो जाएगा, it might be difficult to build that. So this is someone who has a good vocab can master this. Okay, then error spotting and fill in the blanks are the other types. So fill in the blanks also, it could be one blank or two blank questions. All right, so let's begin this session. So this is a question based on error spotting. Now this is a common type which you will find in NMAT. Like what happens in some of the examinations is the sentence is split into four parts or five parts, A, B, C, D, and you have to spot in which part there is the error. Okay, but in this you have four words underlined, and you have to tell that which of the following words or phrases is incorrect. So when Vicky met Katrina for the first time, he was thinking that she was very pretty. It's an easy one. I expect all of you to answer it correctly. See, if do not rely on only one thing, I mean, I would suggest that go through past papers also, that will also help you. Okay. So, what would be the answer to this question? When Vicky met Katrina for the first time, he was thinking that she was very pretty. It's a very simple tense based question. Yeah, so it says that See, this sentence is in past tense when Vicky met Katrina for the first time. So something of the past, okay, and instead of was thinking, because it makes it continuous, right? It should be simple past tense. It should be he thought that she was very pretty because see it's a simple past tense. It's not a past continuous sentence. Okay, so it should be was thinking is the one which has the error. Although Rajesh studied hard for the test, yet he could only manage 50% marks. This again is a simple one, right? If you know these conjunctions, right? So, although Rajesh studied hard for the test, yet he could only manage 50% marks. See, when we use although, we do not use yet with it. Okay, so the correct sentence should be although Rajesh studied hard for the test, he could only manage 50% marks. So, yet is not used along with although. Okay, so that's the error in this sentence. Okay, all right, let's see the next one. The client that is coming for a meeting tomorrow is one of our oldest and most important clients. So now here we are talking about a client, okay, and client will be a person. With people, we use the noun who. Okay, so the error is in this part. So whenever we have persons, we do not use that or which with a person. We use who with a person. So the client who is coming for a meeting tomorrow is one of our oldest and most important clients. Now, whenever we have like this kind of form is or one of whatever sentence we have, we use the plural form of the word here. Some people make this mistake that one of our most important client. Okay, so this client is one of out of those clients. So whenever we use this kind of structure, one of uh, dash 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 anything, we use the plural form with it. We do not use singular. If we use one of and most important client, that would be wrong. So it should be client. That is correct. The error is in this part, the client who is coming, because client is a person, and for persons we use the pronoun who. Okay, all right. So let's see the next one. Most Indian students pursue their MBAs immediately after completing college, while a few working for 2 or 3 years before seeking admission. Yeah, we'll take session for that as well. Uh, Variation in score compared to uh, this your the official mock is not much. I mean, provided you have given with the same intent and there are no flukes, like assuming that thing also balances out, so you should get similar score. So it says most Indian students pursue their MBAs immediately after completing college. Okay, while a few, see, we are talking about these students. Okay, so here the right word would be work for. Instead of working for, it should be while a few work for 2 or 3 years before seeking admission. Okay, so some students pursue their MBAs while others work for 2 or 3 years. So we have the same similar form of verb. So we are using simple tense here. So we will use a simple tense. We will not use the ing form. Okay, so the right answer is option C. All right, so let's see the next one. In order to lose weight, you need to both eat in small quantities as well as exercise regularly. Which part has the error? You get uh, 28 minutes for 36 questions in the language section. Okay, so it is quite much doable as compared to the other two sections because these error spotting, fill in the blanks won't take much time in these. It says in order to lose weight, you need to both eat in small quantities as well as exercise regularly. So which part has the error? Yes, C is the right answer. It should be. See, when we use both, we do not use as well as with it. Okay, both के साथ and आएगा. So the error is as well as. Okay, so as well as is used as a standalone thing. We do not use both के साथ as well as. Whenever you use both, eat in small quantities and exercise regularly. If we did not use both, like if we say that in order to lose weight, you need to eat in small quantities as well as exercise regularly, then it makes sense. But when you are using the word both, you have to use and. Okay, you cannot use as well as along with both. Okay. All right, let's see the next question. This question is on prepositions. Okay, this is an NMAT exclusive question which you get only in NMAT. Okay, और एग्जाम्स में इस तरह के क्वेश्चन नहीं आते. So this is a common question. You again, as I said, that you get around 4 to 6 questions of this type, wherein you are given three blanks and दिस इज अ वेरी इजी टाइप. ठीक है, बहुत चांसेस होंगे आपके सही होंगे क्योंकि कॉम्बिनेशन बनाना होता है. इट इज नॉट अ सिंगल ब्लैंक. सो यू हैव थ्री ब्लैंक्स एंड दे गिव यू सिक्स प्रपोजिशंस ए बी सी डी ई एफ एंड three of them will fit into this and you have to choose the order in which they will come into the blanks. Okay, so mostly इसमें सही होता है. It is very less chance that the accuracy uh, like in most of the cases you should get them right. So in case you do not know all three blanks, okay, it is not necessary that you know all three prepositions. You can see one or two, like at least दो भी अगर आपको आएंगे, you should be able to mark the answers correct. Okay, so let's say the boy was hit. Now you might think कि with भी हो सकता है, by भी हो सकता है. Okay, he is writing dash ink. Okay, so when you say that a person is writing dash ink, if you write with something like if you write it, we use in writing in ink. Basically, you are using a pen, an ink pen to write it. Okay, and we discuss the matter. So last has to be over T. Okay, with T by T does not make any sense. Only over fits in this blank. Okay, matter over T. So whenever it means that you are discussing, you are having T, and that time you are discussing the matter. So last में C आना चाहिए. Okay, so even if you know this blank, you can answer it correctly. Okay, so the boy was hit with a stone. That makes sense here. He is writing in ink, and we discuss the matter. over T. So this I'd say that must attempt questions because you will have the combination of options that will help you get those right. Okay, let's answer this one. Good management comprises an array dash practices and experiences. For prepositions, we uploaded a video on our channel which has rules of prepositions, where to which use which kind of prepositions. So please do watch that as well. And this, I would say, ki, most of the cases you get the answers right because it is a combination of three sentences, right? It is not a standalone fill in the blank. So you have three sentences. So at least एक या दो तो आते ही होंगे, right? Even if not all three. Okay. So it says that good management comprises an array of makes sense. Okay, because array of practices means a combination of practices and experiences. So of आएगा यहाँ पे, we will come here. Okay, so now you can use options. So we can eliminate three options. We have BAD or BDE. You must focus at your on message, which is better. Okay, so on makes sense rather than at. Okay, and then we have the last one. It says this is a serious matter and should not be pushed under the carpet. Pushed under the carpet means to hide something. Okay, so since it's a serious matter, it should not be hidden. Okay, so this is a phrase which means push under the carpet means to hide something. So the right order is BDE. Okay, so let's see the next one. So we'll have more such sessions lined up. So we'll be covering other topics as well. The keys are dash the kitchen counter, the cat is hiding dash the bed, the prize is buried dash the sand. Now, see, sometimes what, as I said, that this is a combination based question, right? If you look at the second sentence, the cat is hiding dash the bed. So it can hide different place, right? It can be behind also. It can be inside also. Okay, let's say this is an uh, uh, let's say you can uh, open it up, right? So it can hide inside also, it can hide under the bed also. Okay, so at times what might happen is there might be multiple prepositions that might fit in a particular sentence, right? The cat can hide behind also, like if you're looking from one point, and it might be under the bed also. Okay, so you need to check the combination which fits here. So let's see this thing, which one will fit. Now the keys are dash the kitchen counter. So you have a kitchen counter. So keys will be kept on top of a counter. Okay, it won't be like behind the counter or in the counter. So this is the kitchen counter. You have it on the kitchen counter. So C is most likely the fitting one. Okay, or maybe you might think of D also. So let us see the second one. The cat is hiding. You can have under also, you can have in also, you can have behind also. So you have multiple possibilities. Last one says the prize is buried dash the sand. So whenever you say something is buried, that is in the sand. Okay, so you have the level of sand and it is inside it. So यहाँ पे in आएगा. Okay, so if you look at these combinations, you have CAE and CBE. See, see, the cat cannot hide over the bed, right? It can hide under the bed. So it makes sense. That is the right set of prepositions. Okay, so the cat can hide under the bed. It could be behind also. Okay, CFE is also possible. As I said that at times there might be multiple prepositions that might fit in a particular blank, but you have to look for the combination of prepositions. That is why they give you three, a combination of three, and you have to select which one fits the best. Okay, so that is the answer to this. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video and also share it with your friends who are preparing for NMAT. Now let's do the next type that you encounter in the examination, which is parajumbles. Okay. Again, if you are targeting cat, then parajumbles tend to be tricky because you have four options, like four sentences, and you have to type in the order. But in case of NMAT, if they give you, you will get either four sentence or five sentence parajumble. Okay. Now the good thing is you have options, so you can use options also to get the answers. Okay. Thanks, Tejaswin. This is an easy one. Now, if you see this paragraph, this is talking about self-driving cars. Okay, that is talking about the concept, right? The automatic cars, the self-driving cars. Now, this looks like to be an opening sentence, and if you see most of the options state A as the first sentence. Okay, one of the options says D. Drone trucks would haul packages, and no human would have to circle a city block in search of a parking spot. And then if you say A, B, C, then there is no link. Like if you think of this option, there is no link. D के बाद A का कोई link नहीं बन रहा. Okay, but if you see this sentence is primarily talking about self-driving cars. Okay, so first sentence ये होगा. Now, what does it say? They promise to create a new kind of leisure, offering passengers additional time for reading books, writing emails, taking a nap, etc. So, basically, it is saying that self driving cars give time to passengers to do other activities, because when you are driving, you are engaged only in driving. Okay, so it talks about the it is giving the advantages of self driving cars to passengers. Now, if you see this, it says people who are unable to drive themselves could experience a new kind of independence. And moreover, see, whenever you use this word moreover means you are adding a point. You add a point, okay, to something which is basically you are giving some example and you are adding to another example. Okay, so there we use the word moreover. Okay, so maybe we can use moreover in the second place. So we see that ABC are talking about advantages of self-driving cars. Now D is something else. It is, what is this talking about? It is talking about the drone trucks. They will haul packages. Haul packages means they will hold. Okay, so if you see this sentence, B or C, which links with D? C is the link or C is talking about the could recontextualize land use on a massive scale. How it is mentioned in D. So this makes sense that A, B, C in order. See, first is talking about the intro, that self-driving cars, what they do. Then people who are unable to, so this is advantage. This is another advantage. And moreover means an additional advantage. So this is a third advantage. So here are a few advantages. One more advantage, that people can experience a new kind of independence, those who yeah, so this is continuation of it. And this gives additional advantage, that you can use land more efficiently. And how? It is mentioned in D, that drone trucks can haul these cars, okay, and people will not have to search for parking lot. Now if a person was sitting uh, that is and another advantage that goes with this. So A, B, C, D is the order. All right, so let's see the next one. Now this is now this is slightly tricky. In this, we cannot directly find out the introductory sentence. Okay, जैसे previous में था self driving cars पे लिखा था. Now what we do in these cases is there are certain other techniques. Okay, so we need to find some matching pairs also. ठीक है, much more than that. ठीक है, much more than that means इससे पहले कुछ होना चाहिए. Okay, so something must have been mentioned before this. Okay, and this is not the first sentence. तो ये first नहीं होगा, इससे पहले कोई connection होना चाहिए. That translate. Now if you see this thing, ठीक है, options make life simple here. If it was cat then it would be थोड़ा ज्यादा सोचना पड़ता, राइट. ऑप्शन से क्या इजी बन जा रहा कि ए या सी में से स्टार्टिंग सेंटेंस होना चाहिए. ए सेज दैट ट्रांसलेट्स टू 20 प्रोडक्ट्स पर मिनट. ठीक है, दैट व्हाट इज दैट, वी हैव नो आइडिया. ओके, सो ए नहीं होगा स्टार्टिंग सेंटेंस, इट हैज टू बी ईदर सी और सी ओनली. ओके, started by two brothers who not only saw their seed idea grow into a 4,500 member company but also chartered a stupendous success story with mind numbing numbers. The online store had captured the shopping imagination of many. So it talks about a company that it was started by two brothers and it became a huge success. Okay, then that translates to this does not make any sense. Okay, and the Bangalore based firm ships more than 30,000 items per day. So now if you see D and A, that makes sense. So when we say that 30,000 items per day, it says 20 products per minute. That is like when you are saying ki, uh, I earn, let's say, 10 lakhs in a year, then you divide by 12 and you say that is this much in a month, right? So if you say, if it says that 30,000 items per day, so it means 20 products per minute. So that they have done the calculation in this. Okay, so D and A makes a sense. Makes sense. C, B, D, A. Now it makes sense that C is connected to B. It says that what they did, they created a huge company, 4,500 member company, and they captured the shopping imagination of Mary. Much more than that. So this was their achievement. Okay, so it talks about the achievement. It talks a bigger achievement. Much more than that means something bigger. Okay, so much more than that. That means a bigger achievement was redefining customer experience and breaking online shopping inertia. Okay, then this further adds that they how much is their shipment capacity, and that translates to 20 products per minute. So C, B, D, A is the right order. Okay, so options usually help us answer these questions. All right, so let's see the next one. Now this is a five sentence one. Okay, so you get कुछ four sentence आएंगे, कुछ five sentence आएंगे. On all will be with options. Okay. Mind number. See, it connects with D, but then how will you connect? So it should be C D. That also makes sense. Let me just check it. But then B does not relate to A. See, if we take this, ठीक है, अगर हम C D A, like if we take C D A, then B does not link to it. Okay, so B links to C better, means so that D and A makes sense post this. This was a question which was asked in the official mock. I took the official mock, and this was one of the questions. Okay, so this makes CBDA makes sense because if you connect C and D and then A, B is not in a link. So you have to see this also. कि continuation भी होना चाहिए. Okay. Okay. So it says that it is talking about a colony, that is Port Blair. Now, if you look at this, opening sentence is clearly E. Okay, so it talks about a penal colony. Okay, so it says in 1789 the government of Bengal established a penal colony on Chatham Island in the southeast bay of Great Andaman. Okay, so E looks like an opening sentence. Other options are A. Okay, A does not look. The colony was then named. So the colony means, see, we use the article the if we already know about something. Okay, so if we do not know about anything, we use A or an. Okay, the is used for specific items that we already know. Okay, if we use a colony, that means there is a colony. But if you use the colony, that means it refers to something which has already been mentioned. So obviously, E is the starting sentence. A cannot be the starting sentence. Okay, now if you look at these combinations, E C D, E D A, E A B. Okay, then it says that now let us make some pairs also. The colony was then named is now known as. So AB is a pair, AB is one pair, E is the starting sentence. Okay, so we have C and D left. Okay, now when you see this thing, however, disease and death in the penal colony forced the government to cease its operation. So C looks like the ending sentence, isn't it? C looks कि ये end हो गई colony they made a colony. They made a penal colony. Penal means to punish, something related to punishment. Okay, so it was related to punishment, and C says that disease and death in that penal colony forced the government to cease its operations in May 1796. So C looks like to be the ending sentence, which says ki that colony was, I mean, they seized it in 1796. So it means something has to be in between. Now, if you look at the sentence D, it says after 2 years. 2 years, कहीं तो कोई mention होगा ना. If I say that after 2 years, you will ask the question after which 2 years, from when. Okay, so that must be from this in 1789. So 1789 after 2 years means 1791. 1791, what happened? This colony moved to the northeast part of Grand Andaman. Okay, so they established a penal colony in this place, and then they moved it to this part. So ED. Now AB makes sense. Now first they established a colony. Second thing what they did was establishment हुआ यहाँ पे. फिर they moved it. Then they named something, and now the name has, this name is, the colony is known as Port Blair. Okay, after the officer who founded it. So C is an ending sentence which says that, however, they they made this a penal colony. They shifted to other place, but there were diseases and deaths due to which they had to seize the colony. So the order is E D A B C, which is option D. Okay, so even though you have 4 or 5 sentences also, there are options which will help you eliminate cases. Like अगर आपको opening sentence नहीं मिल रहा है, see the options, you will be able to hit the answers. Okay, so parasamples in NMAT is not that difficult as compared to CAT. CAT में तो option ही नहीं होते हैं, right? Here you have options, and you can solve these questions using options also. So parajumbles has certain simple rules, how to connect sentences, like chronological order, use of pronouns, etc. Okay, so this is a fill in the blank space question. Only those who have completed 18 years are dashed to apply for this post. A very easy one. I expect all of you to answer it. So काफी simple. It says that only those who have completed 18 years are dashed to apply for this post. So if a person has completed 18 years, elected, so you do not elect someone to apply for the post. Okay, selected and elected do not make sense. Now you should know the right spelling, right? Eligible is the right one. Eligible means that you have the right, you fulfill all the criteria for that post. So eligible is the right word. Legible means something that can be read properly. Then the handwriting is legible. Okay, so you should know these. Like sometimes you have similar kind of words. You should know the spelling. The eligible hota hai ya legible hota hai. So you should know these. Okay, so the right answer is eligible. The thief dashed with the goods in broad daylight. Now these are phrase based fill in the blanks. So now this is a tricky one. Okay. Uh, Here you should know the meaning. So most of you would say ran away. Okay. Ran away basically means like when you fear something and run away from somewhere. ठीक है, रैन अवे मीन्स आपको किसी चीज से डर लगा, आप भाग गए, डर के मारे भाग गए, isn't it? So that is the meaning of ran away. And here the right phrase that will come is ran off. Ran off means to steal something, like carry something, okay, and then run with it. So that is ran off. Ran away means to run out of fear. You saw a lion and you ran away. Okay, so ran off will be the right one here. Ran away basically means to run out of fear. Okay, so you got scared of something and you ran away. But ran off means you carry something and you steal something and run with it. So that is ran off. Okay. It is not necessary that you have two RCs, you have three RCs also. Okay, so we have mix of uh, the pattern. There are some with two RCs, some mocks have three RCs. Okay, this last year also some people had three RCs, some had two. The mocks are non-adaptive. Okay, as I told you in one of the videos that uh, whichever institute provides mocks, those are non-adaptive because I don't think about the know about the big institutes. Maybe they have that. Adaptive means that you have different set of content available. Okay, so like all of if all people are getting the same questions, how can that be adaptive? So it is non-adaptive, but uh, the kind of questions that you can expect is similar. ऑफिशियल में तीन थे, हाँ, ऑफिस इस बार के ऑफिशियल में भी तीन है. Last year also some people had three RCs, some people had two, so it was mixed. So in our mocks also some you will find two RCs, some you will find three RCs. Same with DI also, some with two DI sets, some with three DI sets. Okay, in same in puzzles also किसी में थोड़ा बहुत वेरिएशन कर रखा है mocks में. So it says most of the issues discussed in the meeting were dash and only a few were dash. Okay. Now, if you look at the structure of this sentence, it says most and only a few. So, क्या है कि most means majority and minority. So they should be at opposite. So the words that should be filled in these two blanks should be opposite to each other. Conventional, practical. Most were conventional, few were practical. Opposite words तो नहीं है. Okay, so दिस इज दिस डज नॉट फिट. इंपॉर्टेंट, कॉम्प्लेक्स. ठीक है, सो एक एक करके दोनों को रख के देख लो. वर इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है, इंपॉर्टेंट. ओनली फ्यू वर, अगर यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसे कह रहे होते कि अनइम्पॉर्टेंट या सब कुछ, सो दैट मेक्स सेंस. बट कॉम्प्लेक्स इज डज नॉट समथिंग मेक सेंस, राइट? मोस्ट वर इंपॉर्टेंट, ओनली अ फ्यू वर कॉम्प्लेक्स, या कुछ ऐसा होता सिंपल एंड कॉम्प्लेक्स, सो देन स्टिल कुड मेक सेंस. Okay, crucial, noteworthy, these are similar words, right? Most were crucial, only a few were noteworthy. Okay, so again they have to be opposite. When we say, let's say if I say that most of the questions in the exam are easy, only a few are difficult, so I will put opposite words in these two blanks. Okay, so existing, irrelevant. Okay, unrelated words. Most were existing and only few were irrelevant, does not fit correctly. But if you look at this, most of the issues were trivial and only a few were significant. Trivial means not so important, and significant means something which is substantial or important. So, this is the right fit. Most of the issues were trivial, only a few were significant. So this is the right fit in this sentence. Okay. All right, let's see the next one. His speech dash the need for the media to play an important role to bring dash on social events. This is an easy one. I mean, you can eliminate some of the options quite easily. So it is quite easy to eliminate the options. See, his speech something. So it should be some word, a verb. Okay, communication is his speech communication. The need that does not make sense. Stressed देखो फर्स्ट ब्लैंक में क्या आ सकता है स्ट्रेस्ड आ सकता है रिफ्लेक्टेड आ सकता है या कन्विंस्ड आ सकता है addressing and communication cannot come in the first blank okay so he suppose his speech convinced the need for the media to play an important role to bring light on social evils convince the need convincing the need and to bring light convincing the need you convince people right you convince do not convince a need okay reflected the need again reflection does not make sense like reflected the need for the media to play an important role to bring pressure on social events does not sound so convincing if you see this his speech stressed the need okay stress means to like put pressure on something for the media to play an important role to bring focus on social events so this makes the most sense out of these options ठीक है बाकी भी ठीक है मतलब these you can straight away reject reflect pressure on social needs see this is the most convincing option out of the remaining ones okay convince light तो थोड़ा सा awkward सा लग रहा है reflected the need to play an important role to bring pressure on social events you do not bring pressure like pressure के साथ bring नहीं आएगा pressure के साथ put आता है right we say put pressure on something you do not bring pressure to something okay so you can eliminate that thing also and you do not bring light to something you throw light on something isn't it you throw light on some topic okay so to bring focus on social evils okay so this makes the right one stressed we followed on stressed on the need stressed भी सही है Hmm, speech stressed on the need but बाकी second blank पे कुछ भी fit नहीं हो रहा ना like if you see pressure put pressure you do not bring pressure you put pressure and you throw light on certain things okay do not bring light on social evils so we can do away with without using the preposition on also his speech stress the need so you can stress the need also makes sense here okay okay so this was the session for today in case you are preparing for NMAT and snap and you wish to enroll in the course right you can take it up in this you get like dedicated classes for these two exams and then you have practice sheets there is a special like uh, recording of 160 plus grammar rules plus you have a PDF also for those okay and PDFs for idioms phrases exam specific topics covered there is a dedicated doubt resolution group also so if you are preparing and want to prepare in a structured way you can enroll on it and if you are looking for a test series for these exams again we have test series so mocks for these exams which are relevant and are on similar level and pattern of these examinations okay so I hope you enjoyed this session Right, so here are a few questions for you to answer in the comments of this video. Okay, so this is one on prepositions and fill in the blanks, and there's a parajumble for you as well. So please do answer in the comments of this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media platforms. Right, so I'll be coming up with more sessions on NMAT preparation. This was one such on PA, the language skills. Okay, these are the types that you get apart from RCs. These are the easy pickings because, like, you hardly take any time to attempt these questions. Okay, कि prepositions है बहुत easy होता है, fill in the blanks. Except a few, you will find most of the questions are doable, and people are able to score well on these. How to solve three RCs in less time? See, the RCs are not going to be very intensive. Okay, you must build reading speed, right? If you have time for NMAT, then I would say that focus on reading speed, read a lot. Okay, and also, uh, instead of focusing on the content which is written, okay, just understand why it has been written. Try to write summaries. If the author is giving examples, just note ki example kahan pe diya. Do not read the examples and try to understand them. Okay, so see ki first paragraph mein kya diya hai, has he explained some theory, second paragraph mein diya comparison diya hai. Then from the questions try to revisit the RC and answer the questions. Okay, so you can expect two or three RCs in the examination, right? So किसी किसी के उसमें दो आते हैं, किसी में तीन भी आ सकते हैं. Okay, so this was today's session. I hope you enjoyed this session. So please don't forget to like this video before you leave the stream. And I will be coming up with more sessions for NMAT revision. So keep an eye on the channel. Thanks for attending this class. Have a great day. Goodbye.